Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates and inspiring real-life stories here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. Today, we bring you a truly uplifting story straight from the heart of Hawaii. A story about dreams, dedication, culture, and destiny. The remarkable journey of Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao, the registered nurse from Kauai, who has just been crowned Miss Aloha Hula 2025, is a story that will stay with you long after this video ends. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive deep into the emotional and breathtaking rise of a woman who defines passion, perseverance, and the true spirit of aloha. In a world often filled with hustle, heartache, and headlines that tear at the soul, it is rare to encounter a story that lifts you up, makes your heart race with joy, and reminds you of the incredible power of human spirit. Today's story is one of those rare gems, a narrative so rich in emotion, tradition, and personal triumph that it demands to be celebrated. From the moment Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao took her first graceful steps onto the stage of the Merrie Monarch Festival, it was clear that something magical was unfolding. Representing the prestigious Hālau Ka Lei Mokihana, o Leina under the guiding hand of her kumu hula and aunt Leina Pavao Jardin, Jaedyn was not just dancing. She was telling a story woven through generations, stitched with love, sacrifice, and deep cultural roots. And as the music soared, and her hands, her feet, her very soul moved with ancient rhythms, the audience knew they were witnessing greatness in motion. But Jaedyn's journey to that crowning moment was anything but easy. Long before the bright lights and the roaring applause, Jaedyn lived a life filled with tireless work, unwavering dedication, and constant balancing acts. By day, she was a registered nurse, tending to patients, administering care, working longs, grueling shifts in the often emotionally draining field of healthcare. By night, and often through sleepless stretches, she poured her heart into her hula practice, honoring the sacred traditions that have been passed down through her family. The path was grueling, physically and emotionally demanding, and there were countless moments when exhaustion could have claimed her spirit. But Jaedyn pressed on, fueled by a fierce love for her culture, a devotion to her dreams, and an unbreakable commitment to the people she served, both on the hospital floor and on the hula stage. The Merrie Monarch Festival, often referred to as the Olympics of Hula, is not simply a contest. It is the heartbeat of Hawaiian culture. It is a sacred gathering where the best of the best showcase not only their technical prowess, but also their ability to tell the stories of their ancestors with authenticity and emotion. Winning Miss Aloha Hula is a once-in-a-lifetime honor, a title that crowns not just the dancer, but the spirit, the soul, and the heart of Hawaiian tradition. For Jaedyn, stepping onto that stage meant carrying the dreams of her family, her halau, her island, and her people on her shoulders. It was a responsibility she embraced with grace, humility, and unshakable pride. Her performances were nothing short of breathtaking. From the moment she began her kahiko, the traditional ancient style of hula, audiences were transported into a different world, a world where each movement carried meaning, where each glance told a story, where the spirit of her ancestors seemed to dance alongside her. When she transitioned to the auana, the more modern style of hula, her performance radiated joy, elegance, and mastery. It was no surprise when the judges awarded her a perfect score for the prestigious Hawaiian Language Award, a testament not only to her dancing, but to her deep respect for the culture, the language, and the traditions she represented. Throughout the festival, whispers began to spread among the crowds and the judges alike. This year, we are witnessing something truly special. When the final scores were tallied and Jaedyn's name was called, the eruption of joy was palpable. Tears streamed down faces. Chants of celebration filled the air, and Jaedyn, overcome with emotion, humbly accepted the honor that had been decades in the making. It was a moment that captured everything beautiful about Hawaii's traditions, the blending of old and new, the honoring of past sacrifices, and the celebration of individual excellence within a communal spirit. What makes Jaedyn's victory even more inspiring is the deeper story behind it. Growing up on Kauai, she was immersed in hula from an early age, nurtured by the loving mentorship of her aunt and kumu hula, Leina ala Pavao Jardin. Under her aunt's watchful eye, Jaedyn not only learned the steps, the chants, and the rituals, she absorbed the values, the ethics, and the spiritual depth that true hula demands. It wasn't about flashy performances or winning titles. It was about living the spirit of aloha every single day. And that is exactly what Jaedyn did and continues to do, whether wearing a nurse's uniform or a paiu skirt. Her triumph also sends a powerful message to young people everywhere. You can pursue multiple dreams. You do not have to choose between your career and your passions. Jaedyn stands as a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever been told that dreams must be sacrificed at the altar of practicality. Her story says otherwise. With dedication, support, and heart, it is possible to live fully, authentically, and beautifully. The outpouring of love from the Hawaiian community and beyond was immediate and overwhelming. Social media lit up with messages of congratulations, admiration, and pride. Local leaders, cultural icons, and ordinary citizens alike expressed their deep joy at seeing one of their own reach such heights. News outlets across Hawaii, and even the mainland United States, quickly picked up her story, painting her as not just a Miss Aloha Hula, but a cultural ambassador, a role model, and a living testament to the enduring spirit of Hawaii. Yet through it all, Jaedyn has remained remarkably humble. In her first interviews following the victory, she emphasized gratitude for her kumu, her Hālau sisters, her patients, and her family. She spoke not of personal glory, but of shared achievement, and she made it clear that her journey is far from over. Winning Miss Aloha Hula, she said, is both an end and a beginning, a new chapter in which she hopes to inspire others to embrace their roots, to honor their traditions, and to pursue their dreams with courage and love. Looking ahead, the future is incredibly bright for Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao. She plans to continue her work as a nurse, balancing her professional career with new opportunities to serve as a cultural ambassador, teacher, and mentor. Already, young dancers are looking up to her, seeing in her not just a champion on the stage, but a shining example of what it means to live with integrity, purpose, and aloha. At a time when the world often feels divided and cynical, Jaedyn's story reminds us that beauty, kindness, and resilience still reign supreme. It reminds us that traditions can thrive in modern life, that dreams are worth fighting for, and that the human spirit, when nurtured by love and community, can achieve incredible things. It reminds us that in every hospital room, on every stage, and in every heart, the spirit of aloha lives on. As we close today's video, we invite you to reflect on Jaedyn's incredible journey. Think about the dreams you may have put aside. Think about the cultural roots that shape who you are. Think about the ways in which dedication, love, and perseverance can transform not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Jaedyn Janae Puahaulani Pavao's story is a reminder that the most beautiful dances are not performed for applause, but for the love of the dance itself, for the ancestors, for the community, and for the future generations who will someday follow. The same rhythm, step by step, heart to heart. Thank you for joining us today on Daily Gossip. If Jaedyn's story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment sharing your favorite part of her journey, and subscribe for more inspiring, emotional stories from around the world. We'll be back tomorrow with another tale that will uplift your spirit and remind you of the power of the human heart. Until then, aloha, and keep dancing to your own beautiful rhythm.